Welcome to the second episode of Gardening Tips with Yuri for Gardena. In this episode, we're going to be setting up my favorite robot, the Gardena Bluetooth Robotic Lawnmower. This is the second season with my robotic mower, and I'm excited to set it up and show you how easy it is to do. If you ever have any issue with any Gardena robotic mower, click on the link in the description under Service and Support. This time, I'm going to be really putting the mower through its paces by wiring up the front lawn, the front boulevard, and the backyard. And I'm sure it's going to rack up way more kilometers traveled and way more charging cycles than last season. Speaking of charging cycles, it only takes about 70 minutes to charge, and then it'll run for a good hour. When it's running low on battery, it'll drive to its station and dock itself to charge. And after using it for a full season, during a rainstorm, out in the heat, and through the constant charge cycles, the European build quality really shines. After all, Gardena is part of the Husqvarna group, and they pioneered robotic mower technology over 20 years ago, and that certainly explains the 5-year warranty. So from the first episode of Gardening Tips with Yuri, you'll see that I've already wired up the front, but in this video I'm going to wire up the boulevard and the backyard as secondary areas. First thing I'll do is connect all of the boundary wires together using the attached hardware and extra boundary wire. And I'll know it's all connected for sure because I'll constantly be checking to make sure that the green light is on the charging station. Before I dig the wire into the ground, I like to start off by pegging all of the boundary wires in and making sure that the robotic mower doesn't have any issues where I put the wire. I don't want it falling off the edge of any grass curbs or bumps or falling into any garden beds. This time I'll also get to use a double wire to connect my garden inside my boulevard area. Putting 2 wires next to each other lets the robotic mower know that it's a safe wire to cross. What I like to do is remove the blades and set the mower up in the new areas to make sure that it doesn't have any issues with any of the boundaries. Make sure it stops everywhere it should and doesn't fall off anywhere by mistake. Having the blades off at the beginning is also a good way to keep it from damaging the boundary wire before I bury it all underground. To bury all the wire underground, I like to use a turf edger, and I'll cut in right next to the wire. And once I put the wire into the ground, put the grass back together, add some water, and it heals up very nicely within a week. So now that I have everything working perfectly, I can use the app to do spot cuts in certain areas, which kind of looks like UFO crop circles. I'm very entertained by that. And then I can also set up the robotic mower to cut on a secondary area until it needs to be charged again or for a certain amount of time. This is great for using on the boulevard and the backyard because the charging station is connected to my front lawn. Last year I did have to remove the boundary wire in my backyard because I was redoing my patio. But now that everything is set up perfectly and my landscaping is done, I won't have to remove it for the winter, so next year's install will be very quick. And now for a few more fun facts about the robotic mower. It's the quietest in its class. Only 57 decibels. You can barely hear it while you relax. We had dinner outside and it didn't bother us one bit. Then cleaning your Sileno city is uncomplicated. Simply spray down with your garden hose and you're ready to go. It's also weatherproof. The patented guiding technology prevents the mower from using the same path to enter its base station, thus preventing tracks in your lawn. With AI precise cutting patterns, tight corners and passages as narrow as 24 inches are cut reliably. And then the spot cutting feature takes care of hard to reach grassy areas underneath trampolines or garden furniture. The Gardena mowers are also capable of mowing the lawn come rain or shine, and they don't need a rain sensor to do their job. Stay cozy and dry while your robot does the work for you. Complex lawns with grassy slopes up to 35% are no match for this mower. And my favorite part are the small grass clippings left behind the mower provide shade and support moisture retention and protection from the sun. These clippings also turn into fertilizer that enriches the soil with nutrients. Well, thanks for tuning into this episode of Gardening Tips with Yuri. Subscribe to catch the next one and make sure you use Gardena products to realize your gardening dreams.